Yeah.
Newspapers were your social media.
Of course.
So landing in the paper was a big deal.
It's important for people to know how much.
And I was like, guys, we have to find a way to bring this feeling here and to get these bikes.
I remember it was an aha moment, like boom, we actually think the same or feel the same about this thing.
You know, so
that seems to be then, as you said, elitist, something that let's go. Kevin-san.
What's up, man?
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
How are you, man?
Good, man.
Yeah, so just had a very riveting discussion with Moto. And very colorful history and his past experiences, which have kind of formed basically the topic that we'll kind of talk about or reveal later on. So I'd just like to know from your point of view, like, how do you think this journey began? How did it begin?
I mean, you want me to talk about from childhood or?
I think whichever you feel like you can pick off from. But
I mean, from my youngest days, the earliest memory I have is being at my mom's office at KCC in the 80s, and they used to have the rally there. So
of course, that
was the closest I ever got, and used to get paraphernalia like stickers and a few things like that.
Okay,
so those are the earliest days. I think the next inroads I had to motorsport was I think high school. And I remember that time I was in Makini, and so in the morning we used to be drove to school. So if I remember correctly, I think it was Patrick Njiru's wife. I think she was dropping either Stig to school. And that time they had a purple Legacy with gold wheels. And I remember it so vividly because just as we were about to approach the Gitanga Road junction, she came and overtook us and the next car. So
wow, she was actually she used to.
I mean, clearly,
the husband couldn't.
I mean, and also there are not too many cars like that around. So I just figured that must be her. So that was like, and then of course teenage years, used to read these Max Power magazines. Top Gear. Those days they used to sell magazines. They don't sell them anymore.
Yeah, they don't.
So those are the teenage years, and then. Even then, motorsport, really, there was not much that we were sort of had access to. At that time, mainly motorsport was either rally or motocross. And this was mainly for the
elite.
The elite.
If you want to put it that way.
People, but where this journey began was around 2003, 2004. So one afternoon, I'm just sitting in my room, and I hear this sound coming up the driveway. And it sounded like a car with a burst exhaust. At that time, we had a 305, which used to have many of those issues.
My father had the same car.
I understand. And my dad loved 305s. So that's what I thought it was initially. So I'm just like, I brushed it off.
Okay.
But then my sister comes up from the kitchen and she's like, come say hi to my friend. So I go down, I see this guy, rough guy who I shall mention later. And very calm guy. We go outside with him. And man, green 1995 Kawasaki ZX6R. So of course now the synapses are just fired. And I'm like, what the hell is this? That was just the first part. Then he tells me, let's start it. Boom. And any petrol head knows the sound of switching on, an engine.
Especially the ZX6 of that era. There was something about it.
It had a straight pipe. And where it was parked, it was like the veranda. So the sound echoed. And the windows were shaking. Man, and that was that. And the feeling it gave me, I said to myself that time, if this makes me feel like this, I want to find a way to make other people get this feeling.
So, because I've known you for a long time, and you've told me this story before. So immediately, at that time, you already could see that this could have an effect on other people.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like gut reaction.
Okay.
You know, I mean, that's like instinct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So immediately, you know, that, and I was just like, man, this feels so good.
Which kind of speaks to your entrepreneurial mind, and that's quite.
Yeah, for me, I was just like, if I can feel like this, other people must want to.
Yeah.
You know, so then at that time, of course, there were not too many bikes. You could count the number of bikes on your hand, literally.
Yeah.
There was maybe one main biking group called Outriders.
I remember them. Yeah. Are they still around though?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think they're together. Yeah. So you could count, like I said, again, a few elites, a few bikes brought in through Magendo, you know, maybe 10 or 12.
I remember those.
Yeah. So that's from there I went to university. And I remember talking to you guys, I think it was either a few days later.
Yeah.
And I was like, guys, we have to find a way to bring this feeling here and to get these bikes.
I remember it was an aha moment, like boom, we actually think the same or feel the same about this thing.
You know, so
that seems to be then, as you said, elitist, something that was
because it occurred to me like why don't Africans enjoy this? Like why is it always for like those other people?
Yes,
you know. Yeah. So in my mind, I was just like, no, I think it's high time Africans were the ones who were, you know, enjoying this kind of thing. Yeah. So at the time, people were more like, you know, I remember that time when we were opening our first bank account, and the banker was like, you guys are bringing bikes, so you know, you can sell to Mzungus and rich Indians. And I was like,
no,
why?
Yeah.
You know, like why can't Africans enjoy? You know? So so came to school, met Modo.
Yeah.
Well, I never met Modo, but I had met Modo before. And I remember sitting at a round table, just, you know, bouncing ideas off each other and all this.
Yeah.
And what it culminated in, of course, was us starting a company towards the end of uni to bring biking back to Kenya.
Yeah.
And that time we had an interesting name for the company.
Yeah.
I don't think I should mention it, but
I feel it's important because it's very integral in where you are right now. And people can even go back to the media and check. Yeah,
it was called Ancient Exclusives. Don't ask me why. At that time, we just liked Kung Fu stuff, and we were selling exclusive things, or other things that are not around.
Yeah.
So, but the ethos of the company, I remember, was in our slogan, which was "The future is true." So that was that, to bring biking, and biking is going to be like, you know, the future of motorsport.
Yeah.
So, we set about doing that. 2005, I remember going to uni and speaking to the lecturer who taught us, I think, company law at uni. She was called Violet Kibera. And she agreed to help us pro bono to set up, you know, so, and talked to my sister. She helped us get registered to the Japanese auctions.
Okay.
And you know, then we started now doing the groundwork. Start telling people, hey, we're out here, we're able to do this. You know, but it took a while before we even got our first bike. You know, I think it was like a year. Then
I think you have to remember, I think when people are probably asking, so how much is it to bring a 600cc? And then I'm sure you used to tell people it's going to cost 1 point something or 600 or 700.
Man, even those days, you know, 700K
was a lot
on a bike. You know, people look at you like you're nuts. You know? I mean, gone are those days. Now,
of course.
It's a whole different
breaking down those barriers back then.
But I think another thing I can mention is one thing me and Modo and I saw from that time was that Kenya will change. Soon there'll be better infrastructure. People's tastes will mature. Economies change over time. So like eventually, people will want to engage, you know, in motorsport, in biking, and of course eventually even in, you know, petrol heads. So one thing we didn't think about was how powerful the internet would be.
True.
And that has really changed things across the continent, but especially when it comes to motorsport here in Kenya. It has really opened up people's minds and sort of closed the gap in terms of people being less risk averse to biking, to motorsport, and things like that.
Yeah.
So 2005, 2006, Modo managed to get some good blessings, and he was like, you know what? Let's bring a bike.
Yeah.
Which was now his first bike.
Yeah.
And I remember those days, man. There was no, internet wasn't as it was today. You send money.
Yes.
You hope and pray when it lands at the port that it will be there, and then hope and pray that it's able to get cleared and get to Nairobi. So I remember what did we arrange for it to be sent by train, and we, on the day it was supposed to arrive, we are calling. It's arrived. The guys at railways are like, not yet, ngoja. They're like, okay, it's coming by 4.
Yeah.
So we went to railways with this old pickup that Modo had. Very old pickup, Hilux.
I have to mention, this is minus expressway.
Yeah. So you had to go to town the normal way, that would be Aki way, that would all the way Haile Selassie.
Yeah.
So, we reached there at 4, and we are waiting. So the station manager at that time, he tells us, guys, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think the train is coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we head back home to Loresho. Just as we arrive, as we cross Kangemi back, I was about to enter home.
Yeah.
He calls.
Yeah.
And he's like, the bike is here.
Wow.
So we dash back to Nairobi.
I can't imagine the traffic.
At rush hour. In a very old pickup, by the way.
Yeah.
Reached there. The pickup was double cab, so the bike crate hung out the back.
Yeah.
But we were determined. Got ropes, tied it down, back to Loresho.
Yeah.
So reached Loresho, we dismount the crate, and we open one side. So you're just seeing fat wheel of a 1999 R1.
Yeah.
That moment was, I can't forget it, like it was yesterday. We stayed outside, I think, till like 9 p.m. just reveling.
You haven't switched it
on? Even nothing, no switching on, nothing.
Yeah.
That was our first bike, and
Okay.
So from then, again, it took a while to get another order.
Yeah.
And then we built a website, with all these details of all the bikes you could import.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was on a website with too much info. But again, you're young, you're passionate. There's nothing like this existing.
Yeah, it was part of the journey.
It was part of the journey, So, nice website, of course, contact details, info on all the bikes. So, then what happened is a very nice girl called Suguroi Motorsport Foundation at the time called us. And was like, I see you guys are doing something interesting. I'm also interested in biking. Let me do an article on you.
Okay. Yeah.
That was our first article, I think 2006 in Nation.
Yeah. I think I remember seeing it when you sent it to me.
Yes, while in Australia.
Yeah.
So that was big for us. I mean, those days, newspapers were your social media.
Of course.
So landing in the paper was a big deal.
It's important for people to know how much, as you said, the internet has changed things.
Yeah. That was going viral for those days. Over time, ended up bringing one more, 2007, slow year. Then, 2007, 2008, one man who had seen the article and had called us then had been gearing up to buying this bike.
Yeah.
And that man was Kimani Gato. And Kimani was looking to buy a CX-14. And it has been, it's like, I like what you guys are doing. This is interesting. I'm a biker. I've been a biker since 1969.
Yeah.
And, I like what you guys are doing. And hopefully, and, a year later, he bought, he had the fastest bike in the world. And the oldest guy riding at the time.
Yeah.
So we got him and 2 other clients, got in 3 bikes. This was during the violence. So they arrived a bit late because, Kenya was in in a state.
Post-election, okay.
Yeah. So those bikes landed and it was brilliant. We did some content, rather what happened is Bob Dewar ended up calling us, the late Bob Dewar of Concourse. And told us, you guys, come through and join us on the Concourse. And that gave us some good publicity. We got on Citizen, Nation. Few interviews. Kimani did a whole lot of interviews. And we pulled in a big crowd. We pulled in a big crowd because, we were allowing people to come sit on the bikes. We talked to them about bikes and everything, and people were receptive. So it seemed obvious to us at the time that in future, there's going to be a thing. And those days, as you know, like I said, even up to that time, 2008, I mean, still putting money down for a bike, people are like, this is insane.
I remember the stigma behind it. Yeah, like I mean, why typical Kenyan thinking? Why pay that amount? I can buy a car or buy a plot for that.
Or buy a plot, you know. And even for cars, you know, cars. Those days, you'd go for motor shows. Like the hottest car there was like an E200,
yeah,
or like some Beamer, like a 520,
or,
you know,
or maybe a WRX,
you know, even WRXs was you couldn't find,
you know,
it was just these normal cars and like tractors and buses for many years. You know, we used to go for those shows and just like,
I remember, you
know, I remember going to Yamaha's showroom, before they, you know, went under CFAO, and they had a picture of Valentino Rossi, and a DT 175. So I was just like, I'm like, how much is an R1? You know,
I was with you in that on that day.
Yeah, I think we went to the guy was like, oh, let me ask, you know, it will take this much to give it. I was just like, and that time we were bringing the K7 R1 brand new from Japan. I was just like, the picture and the product don't relate, you know.
So clearly there was a disconnect with the established dealerships.
You know? It's understandable anyway. You know, it takes long for big corporate to change. But if you go now and look at their showroom,
they've changed for sure.
They've adapted, you know. Now you have BMW here, you have KTM. Yeah, so those days, like I said, you know, the biking started coming. People started picking up biking now slowly. You know, of course, there was still apprehension because of accidents and things like that. But slowly, people started buying. People started forming groups. Then I think we ended up bringing up our last bike around 2010. The last bike we bought in 2010 belonged to the guy who first turned on that bike in 2003. So his name was Matthew Muchilwa. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2014. But he ended up bringing up Green ZX10. 2006. Very nice bike. So you know, we were seeing biking grow slowly. But I think from around 2012 is when it started now picking up pole. And even for cars, around 2010 to 11, you start seeing now people enter groups. I remember there was this group called that did the Great Run. And they would drive to Mombasa, and border and everything, doing charity events and stuff. So now, you know, the internet is spreading out. People are accessing more motoring content, more biking content. You know, their tastes are getting matured. So of course the next thing that happened is competition.
Of course, it's a natural progression.
You know, so this is what we had been seeing all those years back in 2004. That this was going to happen. But again, translating that to a business plan and everything in those days was easy.
It's you kind of wish you had mentors back then to kind of direct that, because clearly you see the vision was heading there.
But the problem is the zeitgeist at the time was, I mean, you know, it's the timing. If you're right and you're the wrong time, you're wrong.
That's a good one.
So, you know, it's just a progression of things. And with time, of course, the internet being a big force multiplier, you know, here we are now in Kenya, where I don't even think you can even count, probably maybe 2,000-3,000 bikers. What cars are you seeing on the roads now?
It's crazy. The taste, as you say,
tastes are matured,
sophisticated. People, you know, Kitambo used to say, every car in front of you is a Toyota.
I remember those adverts.
GTIs. You'll see a GL63, that's normal.
A few GTRs a few GT86s. You know, now it's, you know, we've gone for, now not even, Total Motor is not even the center anymore. I can't remember the last time I went to a Total Motor show.
Now it's these other motor shows on, like the one in Westgate.
By Al Hussein and they are very well attended. The fervor is there for this stuff, you know, for enjoying motoring or motorsport. So that's the progression we saw, and so the competition starts. Motor gets involved. That time I kind of took a break because I was going through some family stuff, so I kind of just disappeared into the background. But I was watching.
Of course.
You know, so the competition starts very rudimentary at first, but it starts becoming more organized because, of course, safety and all this. You know, a few accidents happen. The car people are also doing the competitions as well. So the drag racing now has a firm foothold in the country. doing it all over. So those things have grown. Car ownership has grown, diversified. Bike ownership has grown, diversified. Over that period between 2015, let's say 2020, KTM Lancia dealership opens. BMW Lancia dealership opens. Other car dealerships come. Porsche starts making some inroads. Audis, they're all trying to get some,
to plug into this this market.
And again, with the used market, people now are saying, the affordability now comes to the people.
Of course.
So then you begin to see different cars on the road that 10, 15 years ago,
that was
you would not even think. So this to us is a natural progression, and there's that natural thing of humans of, passion, chasing passions and risk. So we'll find, as much as the little infrastructure you have there, people will still use it. They'll use what's available, whether it's roads, whether it's a track that's not meant for that, such powerful machines, but what else is there?
That's true.
So so that's what we saw. Around 2017, that's when I sort of came back. I came out of my cloud, started keeping fit and all these things, and just monitoring the situation, monitoring the scene. Again, like I said, now drag races are every month. So it's happening every month. We have a lot of bike races. Now we're even getting Ugandans coming in. We're getting Tanzanians involved.
Singer TTs and the...
Yes, and the other thing that's happening is the content. The content creation is, I've looked at some of these channels and I see the views and I see the subscribers. And I'm like, Africans are, African motoring content is rich.
It goes back to what you're saying. The internet came and now they enjoined with this growing culture, this sophistication and diversification of motoring and biking. So it's like they both merged, and you're talking about the content becoming very rich, and right now it's
exploded. It's actually amazing, People have their own podcasts. You have a few people, I think a few biking people, then you have guys like Mara Nomads who, are 4x4 guys.
I was just watching them last night.
Brilliant stuff, traveling all over the African continent in 4x4s. And there may be 3 other groups like that. Biking groups I can't even begin to count. Both male and female biking groups. Again, this thing is 10, 15 years ago. You tell someone you're going to be a biking group or a car group. I mean, how many car groups are there? I can't even begin to count. There's a car group almost for every model.
For every
Mazda, Subarus, Audis, GTIs and all these. There are so many. So motoring and motorsport there's a groundswell. That's what I can say.
Okay. So at what point are you like, now this progression needs to go from where there are car groups, there are races happening on public roads. Now this needs to, I don't know whether to call it, we need to make something that is now at an international level, or now progress this thing to, which would be the natural thing, is to have a purpose-built platform or ecosystem for motorsport.
The initial thoughts, they came actually around 2005, 2006, 2007 there. I remember writing to some guys in South Africa and just being like, "Hi, would like to cooperate." And
it's even interesting. Moto was telling me, I had no idea about that.
Those days, the passion is driving you. So you seek out where the nearest place was SA. So I wrote to some people, and actually like, we would be interested, setting it up and everything. But of course, those days you're living in your parents' house, you can't start doing these grand ideas. So that was the initial thoughts. So then, like I said, I think we're still waiting. Motorsport was still taking root. The sport, of course, the ownership also has to grow at the same time. But what we saw is, people said watching more F1 and things like this, and of course with YouTube content, you see more of this drag racing. The car channels like Car Wow or Top Gear, all these things. So internet kind of brought things to the people. And you didn't have to, go through DSTV or anything. You could watch this content for free.
Or you didn't need to travel out of the country to be able to experience this. It was being brought right to your...
So, I remember those days we used to watch those Toge videos, Isle of Man, TT videos. So people are absorbing this stuff,
which
is why you see over time, the ownership has become like it's now, you don't have to explain to people why you're buying a machine for 3M, or people understand that this, and that's just how the progression of economies.
Okay.
So I'm around 2022. This is just when COVID was, I think, ending. Moto just comes to me and says, bro, it's time. It's time we had this conversation. And that time, let's just call it life. You try to do, how doing deals takes long. That time, whether it's through joint ventures, setting up a deal, things can take long. So you just think, man, this sounds like a huge idea. So you're just like, man, are we going to put time in this and
lose more years into,
into the ether?
But
in about a week, I just locked myself in the house and jotted down like 8 pages of this plan, this platform, and why this platform would work.
Which we'll talk about later on in other episodes.
So that's about it, man. And we started that journey.
Okay.
To make it a reality.
Okay. So I think we'll discuss more because I don't want to give too much away. I think the rest of the group have things to say about it. But I think it's interesting. You'd overlook your experiences, childhood, high school, university, and after university.
It was so strange. Like when we were young. Of course, Kenya being the rally, those days the rally was like the big thing. And like I said, I used to go to my mom's office and see, the Sawa rally, the stage was held there. One of the major stages was there. So, and then in school, in St. Mary's, what they used to have is this thing called Motor Rally, where people like Patrick Njiru and the major drivers at the time used to come and display their cars and, do some donuts. Then it's like, that just died. And it's like motorsport was just left to some coterie of individuals somewhere, But it's interesting to see how fighters come. I don't know you, how do you see it? You've gone to Australia, you are there in the mix of things. And Australian motorsport is something else.
It's very advanced, obviously. They have multiple, I mean, they are what you call it, motorsport, motoring, biking is very it's very mature, it's grown. And then for me personally, I have been to a track. There's a track in Perth called Babagol. I think, is it Babagelo Raceway or something like that? And that's the first time I think I went to see a drift event. And I remember telling you, oh my goodness, the noise. Moth was telling me about going to Thruxton and Jello, and I could just relate.
Man,
those noises, the crowds, the excitement, the economy that is happening there. People kind of overlook that sometimes, but it was just amazing. And and I think I remember telling, I wish we could bring that here. I mean, we had the rally. The rally is still, I mean, you were talking about how there was a time it disappeared. Because rally was basically our foundation. Was our everything in terms of motorsport. You saw the kind of crowds it pulled when it came back. So
huge crowds. And the economic, the downwind benefits.
They are too massive. So Australia was also for me quite informative in understanding what you guys, this project that you're trying to do.
Yeah, man. So for us, it seemed like the obvious direction. Because you have this groundswell. This motorsport groundswell, they need a place to play. They need an environment that's safe, that caters to all their motoring needs, and the needs of the fans who come with them, their families. So this is what this is about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think we can talk about more about the conceptualization of the project further. So I think
looking forward, man.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Okay.